Okay. Here we will see how to use the curl utility. Curl utility, we can use it for doing a non-interactive file transfers. So basic one of the use of using curl is to do non-interactive file transfers. Non-interactive file transfers. Using curl, curl can be used with protocols such as HTTP, FTP, etc. Okay. It defaults, by default, if you are using curl to download something, by default it downloads to standard output. Okay. By default it downloads to standard output. So just in case we want the data to be copied to some location, we can always use the option O. Okay. So curl is something very similar to wget, but basically let us see how we can use curl. So for this, what I do is I'm having one system with the IP address of 192.168.1.200. So I'm having HTTP running on this. Okay, so in the location where www html pub, I'm having few files so which I want to be copied onto my client system. This happens to be with an IP address of 192.168.1.32. Okay, so what I'll do is, using curl from this, I'll try to download the content which is there in this location. Okay, so initially we'll just try to download it. Later I'll show you what are the different features that we have with curl. Okay, so let me go here. Let me first log in on to 192.168.1.200. okay, so it is, let me increase the size of the font. Okay, let me increase the size of this font. Change settings, appearance, let me put it something close to 14. Okay, apply. Okay, so I'll log in. Service, I'm just checking if HTTP is running. It is indeed running. So let me check what we have in where www.html. I'm having pub. Okay, so here I'm having few files. Now these are the files which I want to download it onto my client machine. So I'll get into my client box, which is of IP 192.168.1.32. okay, again let me increase the size of the font size of this so that it becomes comfortable viewing the screen. Alright, 14. Now done. Okay, let me log into this now. Okay, Red Hat. Now if I want to just see the output, by default, as I said, curl will just display the output on the on your standard out, which happens to be your screen. So if I just give curl HTTP 192.168.1.200 /pub, say I want to view file 1, it will just show you the content. So one of the advantage of using curl is that, see, on a remote system, if you have a text file, you want to view that file, you can use curl. So you don't need to download it. Using curl, you can see the contents of that particular file. So that is what is one of the advantage of using curl. But just in case, if you think you want to download it, you can always download it using -o option. Okay, so you use -O, it will download this file. Okay, now you can see what are the transfer rate, all the settings, you can see it here. So let me check if it is downloaded. Yes, you can see the file 1 is downloaded. One of the other advantage of using curl is that you can you can use regular expressions along with the curl. Something like, now I want to download all the five files which I created, file 1 to file 5. If I give this, it would download all the 5 files. You can see it here. It downloaded all the 5 files. So this is one of the advantages of using curl. You can include even your you can use regular expressions along with the command. Just if you think, say, I'm having one more HTTP server which is running on 201, and even on that web server, if I have files like file 1 to file 5 on that, if I at one step, if I want to download the files from the 2 different servers, we can use it again using the regular expression. You can give something like this, put a flower there. If I'm having 2 web servers, I want to download the content from both, I can use something like this. So once you give this flower brackets, with the IPs of 200, 201, it will contact both the HTTP servers and it will download the files. So the advantage of using curl is that you can use, if you want to see a text, you don't need to download it. Using curl, you can see the contents of it. If required, you can download it. And the third thing is, if you can even set the limit rate. So for instance, you want to set at what speed you want to download it. You have an option called limit -rate. Okay, -rate. Say I want to put it at 100K. I can say limit rate space 100K. So it will use this speed to download it. So you basically have the 3 options. One is you can view the contents. If you want, you can download it. You can use regular expressions along with curl. And the fourth thing is you can even limit the rate of speed at which you want to download the data.